Welcome back to another Escape from Tarkov guide video. Today, I'm going to be updating my M4 build video from a few months ago to fit in with the 12.9 changes that have come to many of the mods. As I mentioned in the intro, this is going to be an update to a previous video I did covering a budget, mid-game, and an endgame build for the M4. The builds in the video were made in 12.7, so a lot of the parts have had stat changes and price changes, so are now incorrect. So my goal today is to make builds similar in cost while aiming for similar stats, or better to provide you with an informative guide and updated M4 video. Now, let's get into the first build of the three, and that's going to be the budget build. For the budget build, I went for a setup that uses only a couple of high-level trader parts, notably the BulletTech ST6012 muzzle brake. All of the other parts are from level 3 traders and lower. For the build, you'll want a stock M4 with the 370mm barrel, and from there you'll want to buy the Chris Defiant stock Hogue Black pistol grip and RVG foregrip black or tan from Peacekeeper. Next, head to Mechanic and buy the BulletTech muzzle brake, the Windham gas block, the set of black Magpul front and rear sights, and finally the M-Lock 4.1 guide so you can install the RVG foregrip. Next, head to Skier and grab the Magpul MOE tan handguard, and with this you can now install the foregrip. With all of these parts purchased, your gun is now done. The trader cost for the gun and all of its parts comes out to 147k and ends up with 75 ergonomics and 65 vertical recoil. Unfortunately, it does have a decently high price, so it is a more expensive budget gun, but it only comes out to about 11k more expensive than the budget gun in my previous M4 video, as well as having one less vertical recoil and one more ergonomic. Moving on to the mid-game build, again we're starting off with the stock 370mm barrel M4. First, you'll want to buy the Fur Franz muzzle brake from Peacekeeper along with the Fur Franz CRD. Next, you're going to grab a Mark 12 gas block, the RVG foregrip, and the Magpul rubber butt pad. Head over to Mechanic and grab the Mark 10 handguard and the Alexander Arms 10-inch guide, a Raptor charge handle, and the Hera Arms HG15 pistol grip. And finally, a Magpul rear sight. Unfortunately, with the Mark 10 handguard, you can't actually put a front sight on it, so you'll have to skip that. Lastly, you'll need to grab the black MOE stock from Skier himself. The overall trader price for the gun setup is about 173, making it costly, but the stats come out to 54 vertical recoil and 74 ergonomics, making it quite a beast, and for 173k, that's not bad considering how controllable this gun is. Finally, we have the endgame build. For this build, I opted for a Thunderbeast suppressor, which is currently only available found in Raid and on Flea, and you'll probably only be able to get one for about 65 to 70k, which is a hefty cost, but the stats will definitely be worth it in the long run. Starting with the stock M4, you'll want to head to Peacekeeper and buy the Growless pistol grip, the Lavoa C handguard, that's the long one, a Thunderbeast 223 CB muzzle brake, a Voltercast V6 guide, and an RVG foregrip, and finally the Magpul rubber butt pad. Next, head to Skier and grab the MOE carbine stock, it's the black one. Finally, head to Mechanic and grab an advanced buffer tube, a Raptor charging handle, a JP Enterprises gas block, set of Magpul front and rear sights, and that's it. That's everything you need for the build today. The trader cost of the build comes out to 190k, not including the suppressor, but once that's factored in at about 70k, it's about a 260k build. However, for the price, you are rewarded with a very nice looking gun, as well as 66 ergonomics and 43 vertical recoil, making this gun an absolute suppressed beast. And it does have less ergonomics than the previous builds, but of course it is suppressed, so for only a 9 and 8 ergonomic reduction, you're also suppressed and you have way lower recoil, so it is very much worth having that suppressor on there. As a final note before I end the video, I wanted to mention that I use a delta point on all of the guns. However, this isn't factored into the cost, and it currently has no effect on the stats, so you don't need to worry about it stat-wise or cost-wise. It's purely for looks so the gun doesn't look naked. Use whichever sight you like best and enjoy the build. Overall, the builds came pretty close stat-wise, with most being better and cheaper than their counterparts in my older video, so I'm fairly happy with how they turned out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you could subscribe and like the video, it would really help, and if you want to go beyond, feel free to leave a comment down below. I know it's been a while since I did my last video, so I'm really looking forward to getting you guys some more content soon, and I'll catch you in the next video.